welcome to Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Today we are working on our altered book, and this is the Christmas theme one. So today I just have the book itself, and I have like an aged looking glue that we're going to use. You can kind of see that. And then I just have, I keep Mod Podge out because I use it a lot. So it's just Mod Podge. So the first thing we're going to do is take our glue, which I've been using the Fabrifix, but you don't have to use this. This is just what I chose to use. So I went through off camera and I covered all the pages. The pages you don't see here, I'll show you what we're doing. We're going to cover those in a second. Hang on, hole punch. This is a 1.5 inch hole punch, but you could use 1 inch, you could use 2 inch, just use whatever you have. And you don't even have to use it, but this is just what I like to do. So we're going to start going through the book. So these are just when there's no tears right here, that tells me that they are just pages, how they are. So I'm not doing anything to them. So there's no tears, so not doing anything, not doing anything, not doing anything. Oh, here's tears. There's pages torn out right here. So what that means to me is that I am going to punch a hole at the top on the front. Now you can do your hole on the side if you want, over here if you want a side loading pocket. So if you want a pocket that loads on the side like this, I want mine up top. I like that. I like the top loading ones. And then you're going to just take your glue. I should have had the glue ready. But it's a pocket, so you're just going to go across the bottom and then over on the side. So just a thin bead of glue. You're just sealing it up. Not trying to hold down a Fort Knox. Alright, a little bit wavy, but that's okay. And close our book, smooth it out, and move on to the next one. So the next page is another, it's got the ripped out pages, so that tells me that it's going to be a top loading pocket. Again, this is just what I like to do. Cut a little thumb hole, so whoever gets the book knows that this is a pocket. We are going to put journaling cards in here, so don't worry. Not to fret. Sorry, I tried to do Moira's voice right there. From Schitt's Creek, if anybody watches that show. I think it's really funny. It's very witty. If you like witty comedy, it's pretty funny. Alright, the next one, again, another top loading. And then glue down the edges. Having a nozzle with a fine tip would probably be really helpful right now. Alright, there's another pocket. Alright, let's flip through a little bit. Oh, well, the next one is the diagonal. So I already did this one. I ripped them, and then I ripped the pages on the diagonal, and then I covered them on the diagonal and just folded it over. And so this, again, we're just making pockets. So we're just going to go down the side and across the bottom. And then we're going to go across the bottom and up the side. So this is really a fun project. It's easy. You don't really need a lot of supplies. You just need a book, some paper. If you want hole punches, you can use a hole punch at the top here for the thumb hole. You don't even need that though. You don't even have to do top loading pockets or side loading pockets. You could just do ones on the diagonal, and then the little shelf kind of looking ones. That we'll get to that in just a minute. I think I already glued down one of those. I love that blue paper. Isn't that cool? Oh, here's a side loading, or a shelf kind of loading pocket. You can do a thumb hole here if you want. I don't want to. I'm just going to do a little bit down one side, and then down the other side. And then this will make a pocket. Alright. And then you just keep going through the book, gluing those down like that. I do want to work on the cover, something I wanted to do today. So I want to do, I think I want this on the front, but I think I want this layered with it. Yeah, this is what I want for the front cover. And for the back cover, probably some layers of different things. So it would be nice to incorporate one of these. I do like the polka dots. Wow, that really came together fast. I think that's what I want. Sorry, I thought it was going to take longer than that. Nope. Nope, that's what I want. So, oh, my glue is oozing. Let's use it. Okay. It gets like an air bubble in it, and then that causes it to kind of like, some people call it volcano, I just say ooze. Just ooze out the top, which would be like a volcano. So just go ahead and Fabrifix that down. Right there. Give it a nice press. Use your bone folder. I use the Teflon bone folder. I love it. Not sponsored. Just like it. And then we'll do our polka dots. So we're almost done with the book, honestly. The altered book comes together so fast. Now you can see when I first started and I told you I was doing 8 of them, you probably were like, well, that's silly. Well, now you can see why I'm doing so many, because they come together so fast. I just like working on things in phases. So like I'm cutting all the paper and I'm picking all the paper, and then when I'm going through, the real reason that it starts out with so many is because I'm going through the papers and I'm like, okay, which collection do I want to use? And then I end up finding 3 that I like. And then I'm like, oh, well, this one will go cute too. But then I'm like, but it doesn't really match anything. So I was like, oh, I'll just do another book. I'll just do another book. And then before we know it, we're up to 7. And I wanted to film. I forgot to film the beginning, so I couldn't do that. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing an 8th one. Then I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling Christmas. So here we are, Christmas. And actually, the first altered book I ever made was a Christmas altered book. Maybe I'll show you guys that in the podcast. Yes, podcast. I have a podcast. It's Lodge Podge. It's just basically just little audios of what's going on here at the lodge. It's just like the name is intended. It's a hodgepodge of stuff going on. Right now, I'm just kind of talking about the altered book and what's going on my desk. But we'll have interviews and special guests and things like that. But tell you about the challenges that I'm working on and stuff like that. I like this paper, it's so cute. Alright, that'll go there. You know what I always wanted? Is some Christmas lace. Like, does Christmas lace exist? It has to. I think it would be so cool to put lace on Christmas stuff. But, like, have it like an iridescent glitter. I know glitter's not for everyone, but I love glitter. Like an iridescent glitter, I think that would be really cool. So I'm just going to kind of open up to the middle here so I can lay it flat. What I want to do is put a layer of Mod Podge on here. I think that's what I want to do, so I'm going to start on the back because I'm not for certain. Just give it a little whirl. And then start on the back because I'm not sure this is exactly what I want to do. So my idea is to give this a little bit of a weathered look. I'm going to, one, seal it up with the Mod Podge so the little corners don't come up and things like that of the paper that I glued on here. I did use Fabrifix, but that's no glue is the perfect glue. So I just am kind of still figuring it out what glue is best for what. So I like to put Mod Podge on the covers just to make sure that over time through wear and tear that they're not going to get peeled up. I put my stuff, notebooks, journals, and stuff like that I make, I put it in and out of my backpack and in and out of my purse. So, and I have several desks here. So I move it from upstairs desk, downstairs desk, work desk, art desk. So I move it from location to location, so I have to make sure it's durable. That's why I like to have the reassurance of the layer of Mod Podge. And this is matte Mod Podge, so it's not shiny, which I like. I'm going to go ahead and do the spine. Not sure how it's going to look. You never know if you're going to put something on and it's going to make the paint bleed or the ink bleed or change color or something like that. So if you're not okay with that variable, you want to do a little test spot. I like the surprise. I like the variables. So it doesn't bother me at all. So after I do this, I was talking about aging it. So after I do this, I'm going to put some of my aging glue. I don't really have a name for it. It's just like I use it like Mod Podge, or I use it like a watercolor splatter, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do kind of like strategic little splatters to give it a little bit of an aged look on the edges and maybe somewhere kind of towards the middle. I just kind of go with it, see how things are looking, and yeah, I just kind of go with it. I know it sounds silly, but just kind of let the journal tell me what's right, what looks good. I don't watch a lot of other creators' videos, so when I do watch another creator's videos, I think it's hilarious that we're doing the same or a similar idea to each other. One that I have found is Shannon Green. We're always doing something similar. Like, we're doing zines at the same time, and then we were doing eco dyeing at the same time, and then we were doing something else at the same time, jelly printing, I think it was. All random across the year, but it was funny how not just her, but different artists were all inspired by something in the universe. We're inspired, and then we're all doing something similar, not on purpose. Just so happens that we're doing it similar. It's a phenomenon. I can't think of what it's called, but it happens with all creators, and in particular movie producers, script writers. They come up with the same ideas, or similar, not the same, similar ideas at the same time, or near time frames. I think that's interesting. Alright, so that's that, and then I'll just put the little sealed wrap thingy on here. Set that aside, and then we're going to move into the aged glue. I think I used my muscle. Alright, so I'm just going to give it a little stir. I don't know the last time I used it, honestly. And then you'll be able to see I'll put a little droplet on here. You see how it has that aged look? It's like a caramel color. Just put a couple other little dots like it spilled. Same here, just kind of drizzle it. Sorry, I got quiet right there. Just kind of focusing. I think actually I'm going to kind of blend this in right here. Send it directionally upward. Fan it out right there. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And then over here we're going to do a drizzle. Oh, this one's droplets. It doesn't want to be a drizzle. It wants to be droplets. Put a line here. Get into that spine. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit on the corners here. You can do this just however you want. So to make the aged glue, I just take clear glue, the re-inker from Tim Holtz, the Distress re-inker, and instant coffee, and a little bit of water just to help the coffee. Just a smidge. I've heard that you can use alcohol, but I keep it in a sealed jar, and I've had mine for years, and it's not molded yet, so that's how I do that. But that's all I have for today. I'm going to go ahead and set this on the shelf, let it dry, and then we'll come back and we'll take our journaling cards and fill the pockets. And then that will be the end of making the altered book. And then what comes after that is whomever purchases it, whomever purchases it will be able to go through and add their own stuff to it, their own decoration. So we're basically making the base pages with slight decoration, giving it a theme. So this will be for sale on my website. It's loveliescraftinglodge.store. And if you use the promo code YT10, that's YouTube10, you'll get 10% off your order. So if you're considering any dyed paper, dyed ephemera, this altered book will be in there, and some other goodies that I have, little booklets and things like that. Go over there, give it a look. Secure payment, secure site, so it's safe, and reasonable prices. And I do have sales right now on value packs of dyed paper. So there's like a rainbow pack, there's a pink and purple pack, and then I have a grungy pack, which is absolutely delicious. I've kept so much of that paper for myself. So yeah, that's all I have for today, and I will see you back here next time at Lovely's Crafting Lodge.